I wish I come to you again with this truth, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone rule well, and salutations to the Akim that's called the four corners of the earth, pushing the word, sincerity, and truth with all long suffering and doctrine, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Alright, I want to go into this topic, getting on the goddamn nigga woman, as unfortunate as it may seem. You know, I hate actually having to touch on this topic, but regardless of which, it must be brought out, you know, because it's written. And it's not just written just to take up space on the page, you know, it's written for a reason. So this is Proverbs, the 7th chapter, and I'm just going to take it from the top, man. He says this: my son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. All right, pursuing to Revelation 1 and 3. You know, it says, blessed is he that readeth, you know, and keep these things that's written therein. So it's a good portion if you know, take these things as written, since the commandments, the law, statutes, and the commandments was written for us, you know, how to be a better person and keep from defiling ourselves. Prime example what come to mind is speaking about the swine and whatnot, that you know, you don't eat it, you don't get no high cholesterol. And that's one thing that's very heavy with Jake, you know, especially the older people of our nation. They get high cholesterol, both of them, you know, they get high levels of sodium and so on and so forth, you know. So if you're keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, and the scriptures tell you not to even eat swine, you know, it's better for you, you know. So the scripture is actually written for your benefit, but most people don't actually use it for that matter. All right. Verse 2, it says, keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. All right. So that should be as a frontlet, as the scriptures say, you know, like you said, as the apple of thine eye, like your main priority per se, the scriptures. Wherever you're doing, you know, whether you, like today is the Sabbath, you shouldn't be out buying and selling or giving into pleasure, carrying forth a burden outside of your house, so on and so forth. You know, you can congregate with brothers, you could do the works, you could do videos, so on and so forth, but you don't want to be giving into too much into the world, you know. And long story short, it should be, like I said, like a frontlet between the eyes. You know, you should think upon the Lord with reverence that, all right, the Lord not with this on this particular day. Let me shake back and not do this. Though you have the liberty to do whatever the fuck you want to do, you know. It says, verse 3, bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. So the heart means the mind. All right, the Hebrew word for that is lahab. It says, verse 4, say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. All right. It says that they may keep thee from the strange woman. And this is what I wanted to get into. And this is a twofold scripture, because the strange woman is really different philosophies. But I'm going to speak about the strange woman as far as being heathen woman, which heathen goes back to an Israelite foreigner. OK, and not only an Israelite foreigner, but also our people. You know, but the natural born Israelites, okay? So the Israelite foreigners is those who are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians who follow after the ways of the heathens, the customs of the heathens. But the natural born heathens, or Gentiles per se, are, you could say, like Amalek, which is the so-called white man, you know, Edom, who claim to be in our land today, claim themselves to be Jews. Ammon, the so-called Japanese. Moab, the so-called Chinese, you know, Ham, which is the so-called African, so on and so forth. Our people follow after their customs. Okay, it says, verse 5, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and I beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. And that's what you people are, man. The 9 times out of 10, you goddamn 2/3 y'all void of fucking understanding, man. And I'm be honest, I'm heated right now. I'm pissed the fuck off dealing with you people, dealing with you bitches, dealing with you nigga women, and the niggas that's pussyfooting under these bitches. All right. That shit got me hot, because you people, y'all out of fucking order. Nowhere in the scriptures do it tell you that, you know, the woman that's come for a man, or you gotta bow down to what she say in order to be, you know what I'm saying, held in high regard, so on and so forth. But niggas will go out they fucking way, they're down their own brother just to be in good standards with this woman. And 9 times out of 10 is one who they have not known. They just might see him on the highways and the byways, and they'll come down on you because of the message they're being brought out, you know. But regardless of which, the Lord is with, you know what I'm saying, he's with division. The scriptures speak about that. It speaks about divisions and setting that variance, the father against, you know what I'm saying, the daughter, and so on and so forth. All right? The scriptures is with that. But you people don't comprehend and understand it, so y'all void of understanding, man. It says, verse 8, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house. So this speaking in perspective of a man, and I'm just going to use the physical aspect, but it's also a spiritual too. I'm going to use this physical aspect, a man actually walking towards, you could say, the house of a harlot. It says, in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. So when you think that it ain't much going on, you walking, you know what I'm saying, about when you feel like the Lord is not around or paying attention. But in reality, he is, man, because that's when the most wickedness go on, is at nighttime. It says, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot. So she was dressed as a whore. You know, got the fishnet leggings and the goddamn, you know, cleavage showing and so on and so forth. You know, hair probably not covered, so on and so forth. It says, and a subtle of heart. It says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abiding on her. And that sounds just like the goddamn nigga woman of our nation. The Israelite, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole fucking Indians, man. Our own people, that sounds just like them. They loud, especially early in the goddamn war. I remember back in high school, that shit was a fucking nuisance, man. It was fucking annoying just dealing with our bitches, the bitches of our own people. I mean, the daughters of Zion, which they once were called. Can you believe we was once called the gold? You know, in the book of Lamentations say, how we become dim? We become dim. We draw silver now. You know, our own people was once a fine and precious and royal people, but they become nothing, man. They really become, like the scriptures say, just around wax fat and kick, man. Y'all got a little bit of substance and y'all kick, man. Our own people is what really got me hot right now. I'm like really fucking upset because our own people is off one. You know, they erred from the faith. They erred from the truth. They not on one accord with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And it's expected. I know that only a select few is going to get it of his own people. Not everybody of his own people going to get it. But at the end of the day, y'all the Lord's chosen people, man. You know, Deuteronomy 7:6, y'all the Lord's chosen people, and he chose you to be a peculiar people above all other nations upon the face of the earth. But what y'all wrapped into? The men I'm speaking to primarily having y'all heads up a woman fucking ass, man. Thinking that she rule over shit. I don't give a fuck if she bring in the biggest income. Fuck all that. If you know you're an Israelite and you know the truth, you supposed to tell her what to do. At the end of the day, and I learned this from the leader of DTA at the time, you know, the brother Tziah Wine. He was going in on one time, you know, if a man was making a check, you technically could take the check from her and divide it how you will. This go to this bill, this go to that bill, and the rest go to this, you know, gas, insurance, whatever your lot may have it, you know, phone bill, woo the woo. But in this day and age, man, you can't none of that fly, man. Because Jeremiah 31:22, a woman shall compass a man, man. And that compass goal is deep, man. That's all I can say is it's deep. Because these women today, they feel like they could do more than a man can. I'm independent. I don't need a man and this and that. And just, man, I'm going to be honest. Like I keep saying, I really hate touching on this fucking topic because it brings nothing but drama. And these bitches can't get it. And then you got the nigga who got their head up their bitch's ass who feel like you can't say nothing against the so-called womb man. That's what they call him in that Egyptology shit, the womb man who birthed you. But even in, and I ain't going to go too far off topic. I'm just going to make this quick statement. Even in 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter, you know, the 22nd verse, it talk about the mother who said, I cannot understand how you came into my womb, man. So, oh my goodness. It's just ridiculous because this place has got to go. All right, Psalms 82:5, it talk about how this place is basically turned upside down, man. It's topsy-turvy as fuck because ain't nobody keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, the men of the Lord is trying to the best of their ability to do what we can. And we just hastening the day of the coming of Yahweh Shai, man, because this place just got to go. You know, I'm just fed up with not having enough. I'm fed up with these heathens ruling above us, but I'm more importantly fed up with these goddamn nigga women of our own nation who feel like they got the upper say on what you with and this truth, man. Like, I said it's a nuisance, but I'm really pushing that because it's really fucking annoying. It's really fucking annoying just to see these bitches that they think they son. That's why in the kingdom y'all gonna be filled with fucking shame. Y'all ain't gonna say a goddamn word. Man, whoever I claim through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, if it be the Lord's will for me to have every single woman that I claim, man, y'all bitches, man, y'all better approach me with your head down. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not with none of that shit y'all on, man. And just the fact, you know, of course you're going to have a little mercy because they the weaker vessel and it's in the kingdom. They're going to be in their right mind. But on this side, man, during the time of Jacob's trouble, and when Isaiah 4:1 come to pass, 7 women shall take hold of one man. You know, man, I hope and pray to have the spirit just to remember all those who bucked up, who had something to say, who felt like your word was null and void. Just so I can give you the cold shoulder because you gave the Lord the cold shoulder. You know what I'm saying? But let me get back into this scripture. It says she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house, man. Goddamn nigga woman, man. Do everything just to stay from home. I'm tired of being in this house. I'm tired of doing this. And it's bored in here. Bitch, you supposed to keep you and your children in order. Titus 2:3-5 tell you that, man. You're supposed to be a good chaste woman at home, keeping the house in order. But y'all don't want to do that. It says verse 12, now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. Talking about the harlot of our own people, man. And you see this shit is very prominent amongst our own people. They lie in wait at every corner. Bitches is selling their own ass. So how much more in Jacob's trouble? They just gonna get that shit without money. Because money gonna be null and void. That dollar bill, the petrol dollar ain't gonna be worth shit, man. It only means something now because it's a big I owe you note. And because Esau say something that it means something. But in a minute they gonna get raided with that and it's gonna be a digital currency. Because they trying to implement the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, the radio frequency identification chip. It says, so she caught him and kissed him with an impudent face, said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. So they coming with subtlety, man. They coming, these bitches, today they come with a pretty smile, a nice ass. They not wearing the clothes they supposed to, being covered up, head covered, you know, being humble and shit, being quiet and whatnot. They come with, like I said, with gifts, man, or offerings, peace offerings. It says, this day have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee diligently, to seek thy face, and I have found thee. It says, I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry. And then let me go into that word. And on my sword app, I'm going to go to the book of Proverbs, the 7th chapter. Let me second. It says, then to seek that face, I find deck my coverings with tapestry, with carved. It says colored fabric, dark hued stuffs, past participle to cut, gather. So basically, what come to mind is like I said, colored fabric. What come to mind like a certain covers, certain shit that's decked out that look nice. It says, I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works of fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamons. So you know, the good ointments and things that smell nice, that's appealing, you know, to the nose, whatnot. Myrrh is, you know, some of the things which we use. It says, verse 18, come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with love. Let me look at that word solace. It says to rejoice, to exhort, to flap joyously, to delight oneself. So they trying to basically be in mirth, M-I-R-T-H. They're trying to be in a good jolly spirit with loves. It says, for the good man is not at home. So she being a harlot, man. Basically saying the good man, and who is this? Who to say? The man, male. It says husband, and that's what come to mind. That's what I was thinking. I was just waiting to find it. That's just what would come to mind. These harlots, you know what I'm saying? They're if they find somebody, and what the bitches always say, they gotta have somebody that's cute and that's smart. If they find somebody who is appealing to them, whether it be a celebrity, an A-list celebrity, somebody with so-called clout, somebody that's appealing, got money, they'll sneak you in their house, deck the house out, throw roses on the bed, like I said, with good coverings, fabrics of tapestry, so on and so forth. You know, roses, and deck it out, throw candles up, music on, set the mood per se, and then, you know, They say like this: the good man is not home, the husband is not at home, he is gone a long journey. Oh, he at work, he got this going on, he too busy at camp, he too busy at a brother's house. It says he hath taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. So whenever the Lord deemed fit that he come back home, whether it be he at work, he got something going on, he doing this, doing that, not knowing at the end of the day a woman ain't supposed to deal with another man unless the first man is dead. All right, it says, with her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With flattering of her lips, she forced him. All right, with that subtlety, she came with them offerings. Set the mood right. Saying this, saying that. That's how they came upon Yahweh Shah when he was King Solomon, man, in his old age, when he least expected it, man, and turned away his heart, man, and had him worshiping other gods and shit, man. That's what the fuck the nigga woman of our nation is with, man. They joint hands to our oppressors, to Esau, the enemy, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native and Seminole Indians, man. These bitches is not your fucking friends. They not your accomplices. Now, I ain't gonna say all, to those whom the shoe fit. That's who I'm referring to. Of course, you're gonna have a select few who gonna be, helping to replenish the population of the kingdom of Israel and the kingdom to come. But at the end of the day, on this side, man, they not your fucking friend, man. They your enemy, man. So it says she forced him. He goeth after her straightway as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. So whether he know it or not, he about to fall into adultery. All right, because the good man is not at home, the husband is not at home, but he fell into that subtlety. He fell into that them subtle words, them flattering the lips, as it said. It says, hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways, go not astray into her paths. And this is why I said it's a twofold scripture, going to the physical, like I was referring to, an actual man dealing with a harlot, or even in a spiritual aspect, talking about falling to other these winnowing with every wind, falling to these other philosophies and doctrines and shit, man. Going to something that sound appealing to the ear, going with something that the apostles and elders of great millstone have not taught. It says, let not thine heart decline to her ways, go not astray into her paths. And if you do fall into these other ways, saying, oh, maybe the name ain't Yahweh Shemi, maybe it's Yahuwah, maybe it's Ahia, you know what I'm saying? Or let me say, maybe the Lord is this, he that, man. Okay, it says, for she have cast down many, wounded, yea, many strong. Men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death, man. And so if you fall into them ways, whether it be spiritual aspect or the physical aspect, fall after these harlots or these doctrines of men, your latter end is gonna be death, man. And that's all I got to say. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom, and hopefully this video is edifying. I will say, sound kind of hot right now, but just through the spirit, like at the end of the day, the scriptures say, "Be ye angry and sin not." So I'm just coming with a video, and hopefully it's edifying to whomever may be tuning in. Shalom.